How to quit gambling. You can never quit gambling if you think that that's the only way to get rich. In fact, it has been stated that in the book of Luke, when Jesus went into the temple, he found people gambling. And believe you me, gambling, it states that they were gambling with the money, they were doing everything with the money, but one thing that you should know is that gambling is very bad. I mean, it eats up all your resources. I mean, the little money that you could have been using maybe to do something important, maybe something creative, you find yourself that you have used all the money in gambling. Why don't you just take your time and focus on other things? There is a lot of things to do in this world. As in, you can venture into business, you can do other stuffs that are interesting, swimming maybe, but do not gamble away your money. I remember my grandmother once says that only a fool gambles thinking that he will get a lot of money. So don't be a fool. And when you think about gambling, know that it's a 50-50. It's 100% sure that you lose, and it's also 100%, not 100% that you will win, because some people enter into gambling and they find themselves that they are not even winning, they are failing instead of winning. But I'm here to tell you that gambling is bad, and you should find a way on how to quit it. Yes, money is always the problem, but remember that when you have a problem, you find a way of solving the problem, not coming up with the excuses. Now, let me ask you something. If money is the problem, why do you use the same money that is the problem to gamble, thinking that you will come up with a solution, but in reality, you end up the same place? You've lost your money, you don't have any savings, and at the end of the day, the person who will be suffering is none other than you. Maybe if it is me, I'll be suffering alone with my family and everything. So, what's the point of doing it in the first place if you know that you are going to end up suffering? I mean, I used to also use a lot of money in gambling, but when I realized that I could do a lot of things with that money, hey, it changed my life. I started doing things slowly by slowly, and here I am. I cannot say that I'm the first person to quit gambling, but at least in my place, I'm better off. Because I've seen people gamble up to 50,000 and they end up zero. Like, like when I joined the university, I had this friend of mine who used 20,000 to gamble. And 20,000 is quite a lot of money, Kenya shillings, 20,000 Kenya shillings. And 20,000 Kenya shillings is like $200. So imagine you gamble away $200. I mean, this money, you could have done anything with it. You see, most people always want instant gratification, but you don't know that nothing comes easy, that anything that comes easy goes easy. So, the harder the thing, the easier, the more it retains, the more that you can stay with it. Yes, just think about it for a minute. Even in your life, the things that you are given freely, you find yourself, like for example, there was a time in my school that they were giving people free books. And I realized one thing with the free book is that after giving, people are given these free books, after 2 to 3 days, they started throwing the books on the ground. Now, my question is, the thrown books, is it because they were free or is it because they lack value? And I came to realize that it's because they were free. Because no one throws anything that he knew or he knows that he has spent something. Like, for example, if I have spent money buying, let's say, for example, a chair, I will not destroy the chair because I know it's valuable and I worked hard to get the money so that I can buy the chair. So just imagine me throwing away the chair that I bought with my own hard worked money. That's not the thing that I could do. But and gambling is just the same as throwing your money. You throw your money away, you just take your money and you throw it away. You give it to people who you make them even richer. You see? You make them even more rich. Now, the secret is identify why do you want to gamble. So, if you have identified the reason that you gamble, then you will come. If, for example, the reason is I don't have food, I don't have what, I want money, the thing that you ask yourself now that is there any other way that I can make money but not gamble? Then you engage your mind and of course you will find it.